Good morning, I'm Sidhu here today at Artcore, bringing you the first session this February for Mindfulness for Mini Minds. Yes, it has been Children's Mental Health Week this week, so we have decided to focus not just the week but the whole month on looking at children and mindfulness and how it can help them. Of course, we know we've been in a lockdown situation. There's been a lot going on in terms of children being off school, the pandemic. So I'm just looking at the comments that are coming up here. Right, so hello everybody who's just joining me. I'm going a bit like this at the moment, but yeah, it's my first live on Insta, so do bear with me. We normally do a lot of lives on Facebook for Artcore, so this is the first time that we're actually taking it to Insta. I'm just sharing this video as well so that people know that we're out, we're doing this. Please do spread the word as well as much as you can. That would be fantastic, just to let more people know that this is happening. So a very warm welcome to you if you've just joined me right now. As I mentioned, I'm Sidhu. I'm a mindfulness teacher as well as many other things, but I've been teaching mindfulness for quite a few years now, and of course I'm a parent myself. I've got a 7-year-old and a 9-year-old, and I have noticed, it's been one of those years, and especially lockdown 3.0, where it's been a case of pulling out every single tool that we have in that toolbox to help children at this moment in time, because of course a lot of children are really struggling. They're out of school, they're out of their normal routine, they're not seeing their friends, they're not really going anywhere, they're not doing any classes. We all know what the situation is, right? But I am here with help at hand. So these sessions are going to be happening every Saturday here at Artcore on the Insta Live. You might be watching this video back a little bit later on one of our other platforms, but they are going live at 10:30 every Saturday on Artcore's Insta platform. So if you want to see it live, that's the place to be, and also spread the word as well. So of course the session's aimed at children, but we don't have, of course, a lot of children on social media due to the age restrictions. So it'll be the parents most probably watching this. You may choose to watch this video back with the kids. You may choose to just take some tips and some skills from this video. Of course, I think if you're 13 plus or whatever the age limit is for Insta, then you might be watching this yourself directly right now and thinking, hey, you know what? There is help at hand, because mindfulness can be used for all ages. So what is mindfulness? It's a buzzword at the moment. You may have heard it, you may be a pro in it, you may be thinking, I have no idea what mindfulness is. Well, mindfulness is just about noticing the moment. It's just about noticing what's happening. Because a lot of time we can be thinking, and there's all this chatter going on in our minds. And now with homeschooling, we're sat in front of screens, we're getting all this information in, which fair enough, we would have had this information coming in if we were at school, sat in a classroom, but that's different because you're at school, you're with your friends, you're going out to playtime, you're not looking at a screen, you're having a normal lesson, the teacher's at home. It's very different. So now, of course, we've been in the middle of winter, we've been doing a lot of screen time, a lot of maybe TV, all this information going in. If you're anything like my kids, maybe you've been doing quite a bit of gaming as well. So it's important to keep ourselves balanced, and we do that by just calming this chatter down, by just noticing the moment. And maybe our emotions, maybe we've not been feeling great, maybe you have. But I'm going to share with you some tips and some things that you can do if you're not feeling great, because it's okay to not always feel great. And sometimes we might have a bit of anger, a bit of mad inside us. Sometimes we might be feeling sad. There might be other emotions. Maybe we're missing our friends, and it's okay. First of all, I'll say you're not alone. Everybody's going through this together. And secondly, I'm going to share some fun stuff with you in today's sessions and in the sessions that we've got coming up that might just help. So mindfulness is all about noticing the moment. It's noticing what's happening rather than, you know, what's happening in here, what's happening in that program we've just watched, what's happening in that game we've just played, what's happening in front of us. So let me give you an example of how to do that. What I would like you to do is get your hand and look at it, and just really look at it. Look at your hand. You might be thinking, hey, that's my hand, I've seen it lots of times. But really notice it. Really notice it. And what I'd like you to do is just take your hands and do 3 big claps. Whatever age you are right now, just do 3 big claps. So I'm going to do it with you now. So 1, 2, 3. 3 big claps. And now feel your hands. How do they feel? You've just clapped them. Do they feel different from before? Are they feeling the same? Are they tingling perhaps because you just clapped them? Are they feeling warm? Cold? Just notice them. Notice how they're feeling. And now clap again. Feel them. That's how easy mindfulness is. We've just noticed what's happening in the moment. That's something that's not in our thoughts. So really, you know, really feel. How do your hands feel? Wiggle those fingers. Really wiggle those fingers now. Allow yourself to smile as you do that. Go on. You might even want to laugh. And now I'd like you to look at your hand. So really look at it now. And you know, I know you're all experts on this because you're all experts with technology, right? You know how you can zoom in and zoom out of a phone or an iPad or a laptop? You can do that with your eyes as well. So we're going to practice zooming in and zooming out on what we can see. So imagine your little finger. Get your little finger. And just look at this little finger. Really look at it now. And imagine you're zooming in. And as you're zooming into your little finger, notice maybe the lines on your finger. As you zoom in your vision with maybe like super zooming vision. Can you see any fingerprints? Maybe you can see the top of your nail. I can. See the shape of the finger, really zoom in. And now zoom back out. And as you zoom back out, see your whole hand. We're not just looking at the finger now, see the whole hand. And see what's behind that hand, because you're zooming out and you're looking at everything now. Looking at everything. Now let's zoom in again. Maybe you're going to pick a different finger this time. Just pick one part, maybe the palm of your hand, whatever you want, but just zoom in to one part of that hand. So zoom in, really look at it now. Be aware about how that part that you've picked feels. You might want to touch it. So I'm going for the palm of my hand here. I can, you know, I'm noticing the lines on it. I'm seeing what's happening when I press it. Just gently tapping on it. And I'm zooming out. And as I'm zooming out, I'm seeing the whole hand. I'm seeing what's behind the hand. I'm seeing the whole room. And now I'm back to you. So we just zoomed in and zoomed out. And you can do that all the time. Are you going out for your walks? Are you going out for your daily exercise? Maybe you've been going out with your mum and dad. Mums and dads, if you're watching this right now, if you're taking the kids out, maybe this is something that you could be doing with them. Zoom in and zoom out of what you can see when you're walking. So when you're walking, notice what can you see happening in the sky? What's in front of you? Mindfulness, remember, it's about noticing the moment. So what are we noticing? You know? Can you zoom in and zoom out of sounds as well? So if you imagine that you're listening as you're walking, zoom in with your ears to listening to your footsteps. Can you hear yourself walking as you're walking down the street? Maybe you can hear the footsteps of others. Maybe you've got into your supersonic hearing sense and you can hear the traffic even louder than before. Maybe you can really hear those birds. If you listen really carefully, can you hear the birds talking to each other? Is there different bird sounds happening? So we're not just zooming in and out with our eyes, we're zooming in and out with our ears as well. What can you feel now? Now let's zoom in to what we can feel. So is it cold? Is it warm? So you can do this with me right now. Of course you can do this when you're out on your walks. You can do this anytime. But right now, how are you feeling? Zoom into your feelings. Can you feel the air on your face? Can you feel the clothes on your body? What do they feel like? My top today is quite smooth. Feel your feet on the ground. Wiggle your toes. Wiggle your fingers. And how do you feel emotionally? So are you feeling happy? Are you feeling sad? Just notice how you feel. Maybe you're not feeling happy or sad. Maybe you're just feeling content. All right, in the middle. So just feel how you feel. Breathe in and breathe out. Notice that breath going up and down. And we're going to do more on breathing in just a little while. Now I want you to zoom in to what you can taste. So it's Saturday morning, this video is going out live on Insta. I can taste my breakfast. What about you? What can you taste? Move your tongue around your mouth and just notice. Is there any taste in there? Maybe it's your food from earlier. Maybe you can't taste anything at all. And that's all good as well. We're just noticing. And now take 3 deep breaths in through your nose. Pick up any smells. What can you smell? Really breathe in and pick up those smells. Maybe you can smell something cooking in your house. Maybe if you're out on your walk, you can smell the fresh air, smell perhaps the traffic, the rain. Have you ever noticed the smell of rain? It's like stepping into a whole new world when we start to actually notice what's happening in front of us. Notice the moment. So sometimes we can be so busy thinking or talking about something that's not happening right now, we might miss that smell of rain. Might miss hearing the birds, noticing what the temperature's like. So that's zooming in and zooming out. And we can zoom in and zoom out with our super senses on seeing, hearing, feel, taste and smell. You can do this all the time. So I'd like you to have a practice with that, and do let us know. You can message us here at Artcore or on my page Pam Sidhu. Do let us know how you've got on with this. So now let's bring it back to the hand. So another thing we can be doing with the hand is noticing the breath by using the hand. So of course we've got this breath inside us all the time. Of course we have. We're always breathing, and we never have to think, right, okay, I need to breathe, I need to breathe out, I need to breathe in. It just happens. Our bodies do it for us. But isn't it amazing about how we can use that breath? We can think about the breath to bring ourselves here right now, to notice the moment, to feel that calm. So the one thing that we do when we're noticing the moment with our breath is notice the breath going in and out. Now I'd like you to get your hand and let's use this, because sometimes, yeah, we can feel the breath going in and out, but we need that little bit of extra help so we don't start thinking about something else, because we need something to look at. So get your finger on one hand and get your other hand up and just do this with me. So this is what I call, or this is what's known as in mindfulness as the high five breath. So we're going to do a high five breath. We've all done high fives. This is a high five breath. So take your finger and take it up. And as you take it up, breathe in and breathe out. And in and out. In and out. In and out. You might want to do it faster or slower, whatever works for you. And now let's give a big breath out. And it might be so big that you decide to take it all the way up the arm. And really just blow out all that schoolwork this week. Just blow it all out. It's the weekend now. Just blow it all out. And if it's not the weekend when you're watching this video back, that's fine. Just blow it all out anyway. And get your hand and do it again. Breathing in and out and in and out. In and out. In and out. In and out. And I'm going to take this all the way up here and shake it out. So that is the high five breath. So next time you think, oh, you know what? Have I noticed the moment today? How am I feeling? How often do you go up to someone else when you see them and you give them that high five? How about you give yourself the high five? And you can do that by doing this high five, clapping and feeling what's happening and zooming in and zooming out like we did. Or you can do it in terms of that high five breath. So it's really important to notice the breath. Now there's loads of ways that we can do this. And I have with me here right now one of my favourite toys. It's a breathing ball. I'm not sure what it's originally supposed to be used for, but I love to use it as a breathing ball. And look at the amount of colours on this. I mean, what a great way to notice the moment, because this is right in front of us right now and we're noticing. Notice all the different colours, notice the different shapes. Just making sure you can see this properly. So, you know, we've got yellow, we've got blue, we've got red. Got all the different colours there, green. So this breathing ball I like to use with the grown-ups in my classes that I run and with the kids. I just find it amazing, and I love to sit there with my 7 and 9-year-olds and say, right, we're just going to have a little bit of quiet time and we're just going to breathe with this. And I call it a reset. You know how you can get a reset button on a computer? You can get a reset button, you know, if technology's not quite right. And when you reset something, it works better, doesn't it? Well, when we just take time to do a little bit of mindfulness, it's like we're pressing that reset button on ourselves. We feel calmer, we feel clearer in our mind. We work a little bit better. So let's look at this ball and just breathe with this ball. So imagine you're taking a deep breath into your tummy and your tummy's blowing up like this ball is. And now it's coming back. And breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in. And out. In. And out. In. And out. You might want to do it faster, you might want to do it slower, but isn't it great? Great little tool. Now, so I can normally get comments from people saying, Pam, don't stop, keep on doing this. But do you know what? We will use this every week, even if it's just for a few seconds like we just did then. But you can grab these. They're available on the internet. I think they're called expanding balls. Absolutely amazing. Not expensive, and a great way to just practice your breathing, because sometimes if we think we're breathing in, we're breathing out, we might start thinking about other stuff, we might, not get very far. But when we've got something to look at as well that we're breathing in and out with, it just makes it a little bit easier. And when you're doing it, count your breaths. So think to yourself, I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out, 1. Breathing in, breathing out, 2. Breathing in, breathing out, 3. So it's very easy to follow a breathing ball, very easy to follow the fingers when we're breathing. We talked about zooming in and zooming out. So there's quite a lot of stuff that we could be doing. Now here's another tip that I'm going to share for you. Yeah, just full of treasures this morning. It's like I've got my treasure chest. I was talking about a toolbox, but I think I'm going to call it a treasure chest instead. It's like I've got this treasure chest and it's just full of treasures, full of all these different mindfulness techniques. So here's another one. Now this is called power on and power off. So I know all you are going to be really familiar with how to power on and off technology, whether it's phones, tablets, laptops, TVs, you name it. We know all about powering on and powering off. But do we know how to power ourselves on and off? So what we do is, normally with the grown-ups, I call this a body scan meditation. And we're just going to do a little bit now for you. And what I'd like you to imagine, so make sure you're somewhere comfortable, somewhere where you can relax and not be disturbed, so you can concentrate. And what I'd like you to do, I'm trying to read these comments as well. Apologies if I'm not actually replying to you, but I'm having to go like this to read the comments. So hopefully this video is recording in the right way and you're not looking at me like this. But what I'd like you to do is focus on your feet. So just think about your feet. And as you're thinking about your feet, imagine you're powering on, you're turning them on. And we do this by squeezing them. So squeeze your feet, squeeze the muscles in your feet, really give them a good squeeze now. And now power off and relax. And just relax your feet. Really feel them relaxing. And imagine you've just powered off. Now let's go to the calves. That's the bottom part of the legs, between the knees and the ankles. And let's power on. So squeeze them, squeeze them, squeeze them, squeeze the calves. Can you really squeeze your calves? Your calf muscles? Really use your brain, use your mind to just squeeze them. And just relax. Power off. Relax. This is a great thing to do just before bed even. So just power off the body. Maybe you can try it and let me know how you get on. And now think about your thighs. So power on your thighs. That's the top part of your legs, from your knees to your hips. Power them on. Squeeze them, squeeze them, squeeze them. And just relax. Power off. Relax those thighs. That's wonderful. And now moving up to your lower back, powering on. Squeeze the back of your back, the bottom of your back, and power off and relax. Going up the back, up to the shoulders. Power on. Squeeze those shoulders. And just relax. Power off. Just relax. How about your hands? Squeeze your hands. and relax. Power off. And you can do that with the different parts. And it's great to do it before bed. And if you're lying down, you might want to just power on your whole body. So just tense up your whole body, squeeze all the muscles that you can, and just power off. And this time when you power off, just relax your whole body and just really breathe out. Just let it out. Just breathe out. That's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. So in today's session, we've done a bit of power on and power off, which is noticing how we can tense our muscles up and then we can relax them. We've done zooming in and zooming out with all of our senses. We don't just need technology to do it, we can do it. We're the ultimate brain here, we're the ultimate computer. We can use our thoughts to do it. You know, just go out, explore a little bit, zoom in and zoom out. And of course we've done the clapping, noticing the hands, and we've done the high five breath. So please do spread the word. These are new sessions that we're bringing to Insta, Mindfulness for Mini Minds, with myself, Pam Sidhu. You know, if you want to contact me, you can contact me through Artcore, or you can contact me through my page on Insta. I'm Pam Sidhu Official, and we would love to hear from you. I'm just reading a comment here. I'm going like this. Oh, thank you very much. Sorry about that. I'm having to go like this. I'm really hoping you can see me the right way, but thank you so much for your lovely comments. It is just about knowing that we're all in this together and we can support each other through this. And of course, children, these mindfulness sessions are aimed at children who are our future, but we're also, these are simple mindfulness techniques that we can do at any age. So whatever age you are watching this right now, how mindful have you been? Did you even know what mindfulness was? It's a buzzword. It's really simple. It's just about noticing the moment. It's just about noticing what's happening right now. And the more we do that, the calmer we feel, the better we feel, the more our well-being improves. So that's it for me. You can catch me on Artcore on the various different channels. I'm there with Mindful Mondays on Facebook on Mondays. That will also be coming onto Insta as well. I'll be back here live on Insta next Saturday for Mindfulness for Mini Minds. So look forward to seeing you then. You can catch me on the different platforms on Pam Sidhu. And also I do have a YouTube channel, Pam Sidhu, as well, where there's a couple of meditations on there which are available for free. So make sure you do go and check it out. So take care, have a mindful week, and I will see you next week. Bye.